guys, welcome back to another Lay Seat video. Today I'll be doing a top sneaker regret pickups of 2016. Just like anything anyone buys, at some point you may buy something that you may regret buying, or you may have some buyer's remorse. So in 2016 I did buy quite a few sneakers, so this list consists of basically the shoes that I wish I hadn't bought, or maybe I wish I had waited on, because when I bought them the price may have dropped, which quite a few of them actually did. So let's get right into the video, starting off with number one. Now these are not in any particular order. Number one on the list is the Colet New Balance 580 collaboration. Now this shoe, I don't regret fully buying it, but I actually regret buying it at retail. Now I bought it directly from Colet when it released. The shoe just, I honestly thought it was going to sell out. That's why I picked it up immediately, but it did end up sitting, and a week after I purchased them, it got wider release like most collaborations do nowadays. It ended up sitting on sneakers and stuff, and went on clearance for basically half price. And to be honest, I purchased this and I still haven't even put them on. I've never worn them. So, I mean, they're not a must-have. I could have probably done without the sneaker and maybe purchased something else. This was almost like an impulse buy. Second on the list is the Nike Footscape Motion Sakura. Now, when these came out, I mean, I like the Footscape, like, don't get me wrong, I like the sneaker, but pretty much the only reason I bought these is because the day they came out, for some odd reason, let me just get this to focus a bit. The day these came out, for some odd reason, Nike.com had them, Sneakers and Stuff was carrying them. I think they were about $150 US, but I went to the Nike outlet and they were actually on sale the same day they released for $80. So I have no clue why the exact day they released in stores and at boutiques these were on sale for 80 bucks, but I mean, I didn't pay too much for them, but honestly I can't see myself ever wearing this shoe. It's just a weird ass looking shoe. So this is number two on the list. Again, this list is not in any particular order. I'm going to put all the sneakers by brand. So number three on the list is the Nike Air Max 1 Royals. Now, I don't fully regret buying this sneaker. It's just that I bought it at retail. Prior to these coming out, Holt Renfrew in Toronto had released them about 2 weeks before the actual release date. There was literally no information on these anywhere on the internet. So when I saw them in store, I immediately picked them up. Like, I googled it to see if they were coming out, a wider release was happening. Nothing, no information. I mean, they're not amazing quality, but they're well made. The insole heel cup comes out, so if you want to wear it as like a no liner NL Air Max 1, you can. Like, up on the upper here, like the suede is, I don't even know what material. It almost looks like felt to me, more so than suede. And then you got a little hit of the Vachetta tan leather over here. The midsole looks like handcrafted. It's like the pieces look like they're glued together. So I mean, it's not that the shoe's hideous, because this is the best color of the Air Max 1 Royal that's released, but it's the fact that the retail price was 330 Canadian plus tax, which cost me about 380. And to be honest, this is the most expensive sneaker I have ever purchased. I don't pay resale for sneakers. If I can't get it at retail, I just pass and I move on and try to get it down the line. But honestly, I only bought it because I had no information on it whatsoever, and I wasn't sure if they were even going to come out, or if this was a one-off, or if maybe Nike had shipped them out like a year early. I had no clue. I went online, I asked a bunch of people, nobody had any clue what they were either. And actually, when I posted it on my Instagram, because I was the only person who had a pair, they got pretty much a lot of attention. But then once Air Max Day hit, they released them 2 weeks later, and a bunch of information started leaking. Had I waited, I would have probably been able to pay half of what I did, because again, these ended up going on sale. And be patient. That's all I gotta say. So number 4 on the list is the Reebok Bodega 10th Anniversary NPC UK. The reason this is on the list, not that I don't like the shoe, because I mean I always love a sneaker with a gum sole, but it's like, I mean, the pictures that they release of the shoe, the promo pictures when they're trying to sell the sneaker, the suede looks completely different. The suede on this is not very good at all. It looks old, and I don't know if it was they were trying to do that. I mean, it is nappy as well, but it's just faded looking. And these are brand new. And this is how they came. But if you actually look online at Sneaker News, Nice Kicks, all those blogs, and when they were giving like the release information on the sneaker, the suede was a nice bright blue. It looked lush. It didn't look like this. Then when I opened the box, it looks like a dingy sneaker that someone was just throwing out. This was almost purchased due to false advertising, so I may have to kind of think twice moving forward when it comes to this. The same thing happened with my bait Asics. I think it was the Nippons. They looked completely different in the promotional pictures online than they did once you actually received them. But this right here, this was a huge letdown. I most likely won't ever wear this shoe. And again, now you could find these on, even Livestock has them for $55 Canadian. That's about like $40 US. And I paid about 130 Canadian, which is about 100 US right now. So this was a huge disappointment, horrible quality. And number 5, the Bait Ted Reebok Instapump Fury. Not that these shoes are ugly. I mean, they're cool to have in the collection, but to be honest, I will never be able to wear this shoe. It's literally a furry sneaker all around. Ted. It's just not a wearable shoe. I mean, it's cool to put in your closet as a collection display piece, but as a shoe that you could wear, I wouldn't even know what to wear this with. Like maybe shorts and a white tee. I have no clue. It's just not. I mean, the Instapump Fury is already a hard enough sneaker to kind of pull off because of the odd shape. To add fur on the entire upper just makes this an unwearable shoe. So I mean, I paid 200 Canadian for these, which is about 140 US, less than the retail price. So I mean, it's not too bad. Again, not a huge regret here, but I mean, I could have spent my money on something else that I would actually put on my feet, because I haven't worn these since I got them. And most likely won't be able to. So I may just have these as a display piece, or I may sell them down the line. But this is number 5. Number 6, the Adidas Pure Boost Zero Gravity. When these came out on Adidas.com, I purchased a pair immediately. They weren't too expensive, about 130 Canadian, about 100 US. Honestly, the reason why I bought these was because they were prime knit, but the prime knit on these is completely different than on the Ultra Boost. It's not the same. It's not as stretchy. It's not as comfortable. And I really don't like this chunky bit on the outsole. I wish they had added more boost. I get that's the whole gimmick of the zero gravity, that the boost is in between a thick outsole, but so I mean, I could wear these just as gym shoes, but other than that, really and truly, I'm not going to wear these at any point. So definitely should have passed on these ones. Number 7 on the list. Most people would think I'm crazy by adding an NMD on the list, especially an exclusive one, but this sneaker I mean, it's not bad. It's a nice shoe. The NMD JD Sports Europe exclusive R1. So I was in a small town, I think, called Leiden, and I mean, there wasn't much in that town, but when I went to JD Sports, they had their own exclusive NMD colorway, and this is actually a little different than the NMDs you normally see here. It's got the perforated, like, neoprene upper. It's not a mesh like the other ones are, so it's really stretchy. So it is a nice shoe. The only reason I regret buying it is because after I left Leiden, I headed over to Amsterdam. I went to Paris. I went to Prague. And they had so many more sneakers that I wanted to get, but because I had spent my money on these were 160 euros, kind of couldn't buy other sneakers that I wanted because I mean, 160 euros to Canadian is about 220 Canadian. I could have purchased so many other shoes. So, I mean, it's not a regret because they're ugly or anything like that. It's just a regret because I kind of jumped the gun and purchased them when I first landed, not thinking I was going to find a lot of things. But then I came to find out in Europe, a lot of sneakers that sell out in Canada and Toronto are just sitting over there. So tons of Ultra Boosts, tons of NMDs, tons of sneakers that you don't even find here, Nikes. So I should have waited, but I'm actually looking to sell these right now. Dead stock still. Selling these for 160 Canadian if anyone's interested. Size 11.5. Retail was 220, 160 euros was the actual retail. So if anyone's interested, hit me up, leave a comment, whatever. And last but not least, the Adidas Teal Ultra Boosts. This is another sneaker, and I mean I could use this as a gym shoe. It's not an issue there. It's just I bought this and I've never worn it. I wear all my sneakers no matter what they are. I don't have a single pair that I don't wear. So when I buy shoes, I buy them to wear. I don't buy them to put on display only. So I bought these just due to the price. They were on sale at the Bay for, I think it was I got them for about 140 Canadian, which is about 110 US. Great price considering Ultra Boost at the time when these came out were 210 US. I'm sorry, 210 Canadian plus tax. So 140 taxes in was a great price. It's just they're just not that colorway is just a little bit wild, and I mean, it's not much different than the Jordan 23 Soulfly that I just got, but as an Ultra Boost, I kind of like my the chalks, the core blacks, the all triple whites, a gray pair, just something neutral that I could wear. These are just a little bit too crazy. So that's it, guys. That was my list of pickups that I purchased in 2016 that I regretted. If you guys purchased anything this year or last year that you regretted picking up, leave a comment below. Let me know what it was and why. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will be back with another video soon.